Hey, I get asked a lot about like relationships and understanding people, and people have just been. I mean, they've really been my business, like my whole working curve. I mean, they've been my life, my whole life, just like they've been your life, your whole life. I've just made them my business, understanding people, and the more that people understand just general principles, the better everybody gets along. And one of my very, very, very favorite basic books on this subject is a book by Florence Littauer called Personality Plus. I think it was published, it has to be like at least 3 decades ago. And I had to have read it maybe 20 plus years ago. And it was just very enlightening. It's a super easy, it's a great book to read because she keeps it fun. There's an assessment test that you take to help find like your strengths, your personal strengths and weaknesses. And she just says, you know, every personality has their strengths, have their weaknesses. And I love it because she kind of pokes fun at every one of them. And we are funny. People are funny, you know, and I think if we just realize that, you know, part of being human is being quirky, and it's also the beauty of the human race is that there's just so many different brands of people and different styles and different types. But her book basically breaks down 4 basic personality types, and most people are blends, but there's probably one that's more dominant than the others. And it's hers is founded in her approach is founded in, I believe it's the ancient Greeks. That the ancient Greeks were trying to figure people out. I love that. And they were trying to figure out, like, they put it based on your body. Like they said a sanguine personality, Sanguine, a sanguine personality, that had to do with the amount of blood that a person had. And a choleric personality, Choleric, had to do with how much bile was in the body, like the higher level of bile. And I think a phlegmatic, Phleg, M-A-T-I-C, a phlegmatic, had to do with the amount of phlegm in the body. And then there was the melancholic personality, which had to do with the amount of black bile. But these 4 basic personalities have been compounded on like over time. And she says, hey, here's the thing. If you're a sanguine, you're outgoing, you love people, you will always put people before task. If you're a phlegmatic, you're more reserved, but you love people, so you're super good one-on-one. You can be a little stubborn, but you're very stable. If you're a melancholic personality, you're a thinker. You're a big thinker. You calculate. You add, everything has to add up, and you're very cautious. And a choleric personality is very driven. They're commanding. They're task before people, but they love people. They're more outgoing, and so all of us are some blend of these personalities. And I blogged on it. You could probably find that. But this is a great book. And since she wrote it, there's lots of takeoffs of it, like Personality Plus for children, for parents, maybe it is, Personality Plus for couples, Personality Plus for work, blah, 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 blah. It all comes down to read this book, understand the personalities. I have a shopping cart that you can click through. You can get it. I'm sure you can find it on Amazon and Barnes & Noble as well. It's a well-read and well-written book, and I highly recommend it because learning about yourself first and then learning about other people keeps life fun, because you understand things and you understand people and why that person is quiet. You don't take it personally like, oh, he or she doesn't like me. They're just reserved. They're just quiet. Once you engage them, they can become quite outgoing. Or there's somebody that constantly interrupts. They're constantly interrupting you, and you're just like, oh, that just irks me. And then you read the book, and you're like, oh, it's just a weakness of that personality, right? It's not like they're not doing it to you. It's just them. And so if you want to learn to love people, I recommend reading that book.